all of the attitudinal changes towards the police, towards law and order, towards businesses, towards heroes, all of it changed from when I was a boy into what it is today, and it changed because of movies and TV, and to a lesser degree, music and stand-up comedy and so on and so forth. For 40 years now, the left has been pouring this poison into the veins of America. And for 40 years, Hollywood as an institution, nobody makes movies in Hollywood, of course. That's the last place you'd ever see anybody making a movie. But Hollywood as an institution has staggered along like a gut-shot deer, just bleeding out on the residual enormous reserve of goodwill that Hollywood had built up from its inception right up through World War II and into the 60s. My entire point is this: be of good cheer, because the entertainment system is changing. The people that control the flow of poison no longer control the flow of poison. Come back to what my friend Andrew Breitbart said, and just for a minute, don't think about the now as the now. Think about the now as the here, and the river upstream is what matters. What's coming downstream? Where are we going? What are the trend lines? What can we expect next? 20 years ago, I was looking at the situation and I said, man, this is going to get bad, because I could see what the pop culture was doing. I could see what they were pumping into people. And here we are. 20 years ago, I looked ahead 20 years to the best of my ability and said, we're in for some rough times. Today, I sit here and I say, man, we're in some rough times. But when I look at what's coming 20 years from now, I am filled with confidence. When the Academy Awards don't draw 10 million viewers, that means that Hollywood is finished. And it also means that the people who have been keeping the keys no longer have the keys. And the single great determinant of what a culture is and does, their mythology, their belief system, their heroes, their villains, their ethics and their morals, all of that is no longer controlled by very rich, and usually, since this is what they're all about, very white, very neurotic, crazy, insecure, pompous, arrogant, stupid people. The idea that life can be lived in perfect safety. This is one of the 2 or 3 great enemies of modern society, this insane idea that somehow we are guaranteed a life without sickness or disease or death of any kind whatsoever in automobiles. No. We're all going to die in our sleep at 102, surrounded by loving relatives. And anything other than that is not only a tragedy and a crime, but something that the government should be looking into and trying to fix. So, yes, you can make any case on this insane, ridiculous argument. Well, we're going to continue the mess because people continue to die from COVID-19. And we're going to continue to shut down the economy in California because people continue to die from COVID-19. And on and on and on and on and on. Well, people continue to die from COVID-19, that's true. And they continue to die from heart disease as well, and traffic accidents, and cancer, and suicide. Except the suicide numbers are way up because the deaths that we're trying to prevent from COVID are just being slipped over to the other side of the balance pan. So it's not just the insanity and the political gamesmanship that's at the bottom of this. At the bottom of this is the idea on that part of the country that wears 2 or 3 masks inside their cars when they're by themselves, mostly because they want everybody else to know that they're one of the good ones, one of the ones that Dr. Fauci would approve of. But it just doesn't work that way. And when society gets so far away from the reality of your personal demise as a possibility, then you're going to see crazy things like this happen. And as I've said for the last couple shows now, that's a good thing. People know crazy when they hear it, and they see crazy. They know crazy. It's obvious it's crazy. And the more crazy they see, the more of a pushback there's going to be. What we're seeing now is what we're going to see in the Soviet Union. Things won't be bad for very long, because when people know that they're being lied to on a daily basis by the government, they no longer take the government seriously. And then, when it's assumed that everything is a lie, and we've reached that point quite a while ago now, then the people have no respect for the institution of government at all, which is a catastrophe, but which is also the necessary step to clean all of this out. I know a lot of people think that's just that ship has sailed and the chance for that is gone. I become more convinced every day that the more crazy they pump out, and they are working overtime on the crazy, the more people realize that this whole thing is just, the whole system has just got to go. When I say the system, I mean what the system has become. This tumor that grew out of the Constitution, it's got to go. No one's happy, and things are getting worse, and everybody knows it.